My smoked salmon sushi. These are absolutely delicious. One entire roll only has 247 calories with 19 grams of muscle building protein, plus 6 grams of fiber. Let's get to some rolling of smoked salmon sushi. This is one of my personal favorite dishes because I love sushi, but I don't eat grains, so there's no rice in this. So it makes it super light and super tasty. I'm going to start by mixing just a little bit of wasabi. Now this is optional. This is pure wasabi powder and it's got a really good kick to it. So I've got about a teaspoon in my little bowl here and I'm going to pour, about a teaspoon and a half of water into it. I'm just going to set that aside while I slice up some of my veggies. I've got here an English cucumber. I'm going to use about 8 inches. You can just measure it along your sushi mat. So I'm just going to cut off the ends. And I'm going to use about, a couple of strips. You're going to use a strip for every single roll that you make, of course. So I'm going to cut it in half lengthwise, lay it on its flat side, and I'm just going to take one long strip for one sushi roll. I'm just going to set that aside. We'll start with just one. I've got here an avocado. I'm going to cut off the top and twist it, and you'll see it comes right apart. You want a nice ripe avocado for this, but not too mushy. I'm cutting skinny strips here. I'm going to use probably a quarter for the first roll. I'm going to just slice some of these wider pieces down the center as well. Now let's get to some rolling. I'm going to start with a piece of nori on my sushi mat, and you line up the edge with the edge of the mat. I'm going to just spoon a little bit of that nice spicy wasabi along the edge here. I'm just kind of painting it on with a little teaspoon. I'm going to start laying some smoked salmon along the edge here. I'm laying the flat side against the flat edge of the nori. Then I'm going to kind of turn the pieces around. Now here we go with our strip of cucumber. Just going to lay that down right on the edge, and some avocado. Just kind of lay them down end to end. Now you start rolling, and the trick to rolling sushi is to pull the roll towards you. So you give it a little roll over, using the mat to tighten the roll. Do a nice little squeeze and just roll away. And you can see what's happening there. And I have one little strip left here. I'm just going to use my little bit of water that I have left over from making my wasabi and just paint with my fingers. That's going to act as a glue. You can see you've got this nice roll. I'm going to give it a little bit of a paint, especially down the seam. That's really where you want to make it a little wet. Get your glue good and stuck there. Little piece of plastic wrap. And we're just going to roll that roll right into the plastic wrap. Twist the ends nice and tight, and place it in the refrigerator. We'll go on to the next one. I've gotten my sushi out of the refrigerator, and I'm just going to unroll the plastic wrap. They're nice and cold. And I'm just going to slice them all about the same width. Now, what I like to do is decorate the plate with my chopsticks. So I'm going to lay the chopsticks diagonally across the plate, and I'm just going to start at the corner with the ends, little crown in the corner there, and just lay out my sushi. Isn't that adorable? I just love it. Now I'm going to do the rest of the rolls. I'm just going to bring these two out to the table and get started with some more. Thank you for joining me in today's cooking class. If you have any questions about this recipe or any other recipe in our online cooking school, feel free to send me an email at nina@ninacucina.com.